I don't want to admit I bottled it, but on the last day of the season, I lost, and as a result of that, we entered the playoffs at an earlier stage. Yeah, we're at the end of the season with Guernsey. After last episode, I went away, played the 13 remaining league games of the season, and we've ended up finishing 4th, which, on the one hand, great. We've made the playoffs, we've achieved expectations. The not so good news is, in not finishing in the top 2, we enter in kind of the quarterfinals of the playoffs. And I don't trust our team to win 3 games in a row to go up. And the Football Manager gods, they really love narrative, because today, first game of the playoffs is against Bognor Regis. We took them on just last episode, we scraped a last-minute winner. This time we're taking them on at home. I really hope we can make it out the playoffs. Today we're doing the quarterfinals, hopefully the semi-finals as well. Let's get into things, shall we? Now, like I already mentioned, last episode we took on Bognor Regis, and if you missed it, well, you missed an interesting game. I might have gone all out attack, we might have scored in the 95th minute, as is, well, evident here. Since then, I have finished off the season. It felt like the playoffs was more than likely, and that ended up being the case. In this run of game of 13 matches, we've only lost 2, we've drawn 4, and, well, won the rest. But the thing of concern really is the fact that in our last 4 games, we've won just 1 game. That was against Havant and Waterlooville. We ended the season with a draw against Farnborough and then lost to Oxford City. And unfortunately for us, as we lost that game, Havant and Waterlooville, who we just battered a few games prior, they won and went ahead of us by a point. So as a result of that, we are in the playoffs. This is the format, as you can see here. We enter at kind of a quarter-final phase. We're going to take on Bognor Regis. I'm not 100% certain if we're guaranteed to take on Havant and Waterlooville if we win this one. It could be Oxford City. I kind of hope it's not Oxford City. They beat me just a few days ago. How many days ago was that last game? It was 3 days ago, if you were wondering. Yeah, I really don't want to have to play them. Havant and Waterlooville, I'd happily take on in the semi-finals, though. You might have spotted it here. Rumours of a takeover still ongoing. We started the season with those rumours. We're ending the season with those rumours. There's been no word on any takeover yet, so who knows what's going to happen. Really, we've just got to remain laser focused on what's going on the pitch. We have 1 player missing for the playoffs, and he will miss the entirety of the playoffs. It's one of the players who I could really do with because he's been in form. Carl Farquhar is injured. You can see here, picked up knee ligament injury in the last game of the season. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks. He will miss the entirety of the playoffs. He is actually wanted. Who's he wanted by? Aberdeen and St Mirren. I wonder how much I'd sell him for. Farquhar's recent form has been absolutely immense. In this run of games, even when we've been losing and drawing, he's been the man getting the vast majority of the goals. 11 goals scored in his last 20, 7 assists as well. There's no sugarcoating it. He's a massive miss. It does mean there's going to be a lot of pressure on NLBM to turn up and perform. The top goal scorer in our team with 31 goals to his name is currently second, I believe, or joint second. Well, actually, no, he's third because the other guys are joint first. But he's in the top kind of 2-3 goal scorers. I've butchered that segment. We're going to go with it. He could end up being top goal scorer still if he gets a few in the playoffs. I think we're going to be looking at him for the goals. As well as his goals, Farquhar's assists cannot be underestimated. There is going to be a lot of pressure on the likes of Harry Kite, Willits, who's been on an okay run of form as of late, Gianluca Rossi, Katongo as well, all needing to chip in and turn provider. We have goals in this team. We're not a one-man band by any means, but we are a team that are consistently inconsistent, and obviously having one of your best providers and goal scorers is a problem in that regard. So in an ideal world, we take on Bognor Regis here, we beat them, we play the semi-final, we win that one, and then tomorrow, on Christmas Day, we have the playoff final, which we'll win and we'll be promoted and everyone will be happy. If that doesn't transpire today, well, I'll be sad. We'll end the season today with a defeat in the quarter or semi-finals, and then transfer special tomorrow. As much as a transfer special would be lovely at Christmas, it's not what I want. So this first game today is against Bognor Regis. We are at home for that. We get that by virtue of being the higher seeded team. In terms of team selection, this is the squad we're going to go with. Farquhar out injured means Tyler Forbes makes the bench alongside Carlos, who, to be fair to Carlos, had been on a good run of form, and then I played him in the last 2 games and he was absolutely tragic. So he has dropped to the bench as a result of that. Elsewhere, Zach Atkinson, despite being unhappy, he is still at the club. He's still playing out on that left-hand side. He has actually decided he's happy again because I've given him a handful of games here and there. I'd like to renew his contract. I don't know if we're going to be able to patch up the relationship. Elsewhere on the bench, Iwamene and Reggie Evans are there. In terms of our starting team, it is an attacking team. It is an aggressive team. When we took on Bognor Regis previously, we couldn't find that breakthrough. As a result, we are starting with a whole host of attacking options, including a player who might be a surprise in Will Merry, but he did end the season really, really strong. And with our current squad, with us having so many players around the same ability, this is a team that is very much selected based on who's been playing well as of late. I don't want to say Bognor Regis are a one-man team, but Bradley Lethbridge is their one-man band. This man has 32 goals in the season. He is 1 goal ahead of NLBM. If we keep him quiet, I think we have a good chance of winning. It's been a weird season, this one. Like I said earlier, consistently inconsistent is how I'd describe us. On our day, we can beat anyone. We can beat Slough 7-0. We can also lose against Tunbridge Angels 4-2, though. And you never know quite what you're going to get. This Guernsey team, it's like a box of chocolates or something. We are, of course, sticking with the 4-2-4 today, an aggressive attacking system, one that didn't really bear fruit last time we took on Bognor Regis. We relied on an away goal, or not an away goal, an own goal away. That said, they didn't score against us either, and I do feel like with Kite and our centre-back duo of Williams and also Roscoe, we are a team that can afford to play this more attacking system and remain resilient at the back. Of course, it is going to be green-on-green action for the second time in 2 episodes, and they've put the ball to the back post, and they've scored inside the first 5 minutes. That's not ideal. This was very, very simple. Burrell with the throw into Lethbridge. The top goal scorer, who I said we had to keep quiet. Turns out they do have other goal scorers. Wishart with the goal. Apparently that was a diving header. I mean, whoever the commentator is, fire him. Get me in. It's never too early to get shouty with a demand more, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not happy with what we've done so far in this game, but there's still time to turn it around. We have the quality, and Will Merry has the space. Out on the right-hand side, the number 7 puts it into NLBM. Take a bow, my son. Goal number 36 of the season. Goal number 32 in the Vanarama National League South. And we respond within a matter of minutes. We go shouty, and it works. It works 100% of the time, 10% of the time. Merry into the wide area. Really nice ball through on the volley. Composed finish, Mbappe-like in the World Cup final, dare I say. Yeah, not bad by the Frenchman. I just realised I've not checked what happens if this game is even after 90 minutes. And also, it is single-legged games, this playoff at this level. Okay, extra time, then penalties. I figured it'd be that, but, you know, it's usually good to know what would happen just in case, but we're not going to worry about it going to that because we've got a set piece and we've got our Kite. He's flying in the wind, and oh my word, Harry Kite, goal number 6 of the season for the midfielder with 11 long shots, and whilst he's not exactly the best free kick taker in the world, he's the best free kick taker in our team. And for a defensive midfielder to get 6 goals to the year, that is not bad. That was a bang-tidy finish. Really, really impressed by the comeback we've managed in this game so far. 61% of the ball. We are dominating the play. Not really creating all that much, but by comparison, they've only had 1 shot on target so far in this game, Bognor Regis, and it was that goal. We are, at the moment, in control of this game, but with 10 minutes left of the half, I would love to get a second before the break, and it's our old friend, it's set pieces. Oh my word, whenever they get a free kick and it starts a highlight, I panic. We are not good at dealing with them. Even when I train them, it doesn't seem to make a difference. It's the issue with being part-time. We don't have enough training slots to have meaningful improvements in that regard. And having dealt with the set piece initially, we could be in trouble here. Joseph, oh my word, he chested it down, he hit it on the volley. If he'd scored that, it would have been a goal of the season contender. Goal kick for Henry W. for them. I guess there's a couple of Henrys on the pitch. Or maybe his name is just Henry W. Maybe that is his last name, you know. Why not have a single letter as part of a double-barrel last name? Osborne plays it forward. The right back, looking for, I think, Merry there, was not a good ball. That said, we get the ball away from our half in an dangerous area where if we win it, we could cause them issues. We're playing this high defensive line, trying to win the ball high up the pitch. Kitongo nabs it away, and then he does Kitongo things. I still don't know if Kitongo scored a one-on-one in a live com. Like, he's definitely scored, but I don't know if he's ever run one-on-one with the goal and actually scored one. We've got a corner here. Can we make something happen? Goes towards the near post. It's headed away. Kite's there, though. The goal scorer of goal number 2 lays it to Williams. The centre-back whips it in. NLBM headers it. Keeper parries it back into a danger area. And we might live to regret misses like that. That was a golden opportunity right before half-time. NLBM heads over. I thought for a second that was going to be the end of the action for the half. With 1 minute left of the 2 minutes of added time, there is another chance here. We win the ball again in a dangerous area. NLBM hits it. It's parried against the crossbar. And it's going to be dealt with. I mean, after the last game, against Bognor Regis. I was kind of expecting a similar, I don't know, cagey affair, a 1-0 game maybe. It's 2-1 at the break. It probably should be more in favour of ourselves. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. I feel like even if you're 1 goal up in Football Manager, always just be critical of your players. Otherwise, complacency can slip in. This is a game where we can't afford to drop our level of performance. So many of these chances we've had have come from winning the ball off their defence or as they try and transition into midfield. The issue is when they beat that initial press, they have looked a little bit dangerous. We've won the ball back here though, and Rossi bringing it forward. Lovely run by the Italian stallion. He lays it to NLBM, who gets his 2nd goal of the game. And I'll tell you what, the assist by Rossi made that. He's not really the natural box-to-box midfielder, but what he does possess is the ability at this level to pick up the ball as a box-to-box midfielder and carry it. Make a progressive run, just like that. Great ball through. It's 3-1. I'm happy as Larry. I don't know who Larry is, but I'm as happy as him right now. This might be a bit of a mad one, but Morgan Williams is on a yellow card, and whilst he's playing well, I'm just going to bring in Reggie Evans just because I don't want to get a man sent off. I have got similar thoughts around Rossi, but at the same time, Rossi's just the kind of man you have to keep on. Gitongo's been a bit quiet, but NLBM has picked up an injury, so Tyler Forbes, it's your time to shine. We're bringing on the club legend at this point. He was here when I joined. He's still here now. With Farquad out, he is a man we are going to turn to in our time of need. Has to be said, by the way, not really missed Farquad in this game. NLBM has filled the Farquad boots quite well. And Kitongo, despite his poor rating, in highlights at least, feels like he has won the ball in good areas for us and caused issues as that pressing forward. There's 20 minutes left here. It's still 3-1. They've still only had that 1 shot on target. As a result, I don't really want to change anything. We've got that cushion. I feel like we're better off playing positive, playing on the front foot. If we get another goal now, you'd say it's game, set and match, and we might have a chance here because Kite is over the free kick. Gives it to Reggie Evans, the sub, who takes it down. And that's not what I brought Reggie Evans, the centre-back, on to do. I'm not going to complain he's done it, though. Kite with the free kick. It wasn't a great ball in, but Evans takes a touchdown on the volley, takes it down superbly, and then just hammers it into the bottom right corner. We'll take that. It's 4-1. That should be game, set and match, although they've just made a double change and there's a kick-off highlight, so let's not get carried away just yet. Let's not get complacent. 3-1 feels great. 5-1 would be even better. 4-2 with 15 minutes left. I might start to worry. 3 minutes through, he hits it. McDonald makes the stop. I'd say 4-1 probably flatters us on the balance of play, but at the same time, we've had so much of the ball, it's very difficult for them to really create anything. And besides the goal they've scored, they've not created anything. We've now scored a corner. It's 5-1. This is done. I want to get carried away and excited with a 5-1 win here. I've witnessed this Guernsey team play a lot of football this year. The amount of times we've won a game 5-1 or 5-0 or 4-0 or, just by an emphatic manner and then just not turned up the next game is far too high. But you know what? At the same time, we should enjoy that. It is a massive, massive win. And with it, we move into the playoff semi-finals. The good news for me is we're not bottling it at the very first stage. And we've got one over on Bognor Regis, our rivals. NLBM is out for 3 to 6 days. When's the next playoff round? Just confirmation, by the way, it looks like we are going to be playing Havant and Waterlooville. But what I want to check is, when is that semi-final going to be played? Apparently on the 10th of May. That's 5 days away. What was the injury? 3 to 6 days. If I can't start NLBM and I also don't have Farquad, this next game could be tricky. Assuming that the graphic wasn't lying there, our next game is against Havant and Waterlooville. I believe it might be an away game, so maybe get ready to hop on the bus and go on an away day with me. They were predicted at the start of the season to finish 5th. They ended up finishing 3rd. They are a good little team. Let's go see how we get on against them in just 5 days' time. I'm wondering it. You're wondering it. Is NLBM fit for today's game? The answer, kind of. If we just look at things here, good match fitness. I have to risk him here, don't I? Farquad is still unfortunately injured, but the good news for us is that we can play a pretty much unchanged team from last game. And given the fact we won 5-1, I don't feel like there's very much reason to change it. Today's opposition, Havant and Waterlooville, are a team we played towards the tail end of last season. On that occasion, NLBM got a hat-trick. Katongo chipped in with assists. It was a great attacking display, where Williams at centre-back also got an 8.6. Gonna hope for another performance like this one. Havant and Waterlooville like to play a 4-3-3, so got to be a little bit wary of that. But without a centre-attacking mid, I've got a few less concerns, I suppose, when it comes to their ability to exploit the gap between our midfield and defence. And their man to watch out for today is going to be Jason Biles. I hope I've said that correctly. This man is 20 years old, on loan from Woking, a very, very pacey forward. Might even end up playing out on the right-hand side for them. Pre-season, their prediction was 4th. We're in 2nd according to the odds. So by that logic, we should win. But, well, I know it, you know it. We're away from home, so it's never that simple. Anyway, we are going to get into this game today. The team is kind of fairly settled at this point. We just won 5-1. If we can play just like we did last time, we'll get through this no problemo. But as the away team, we know it's going to be difficult. We are 2 games away from a possible promotion to the Vanarama National League. I'm going to hope that we can do what I know we're capable of here. And well, good news, I think. Early highlight. Carson playing the ball forward. Williams doesn't get there. Ball in behind. They're through. Unfortunately for us, Morgan Williams makes a fantastic recovery there at centre-back, having missed the header to knock it wide. We do now, however, have a corner to watch out for. Gibson Hammond over it. He is going to cross it in. McDonald, not the most convincing of goalkeeping, but we have managed to get it away from danger. Inside the first 10 minutes, Hammond and Waterlooville looking like the big team on top. I'm going to shout to man more. We are currently having 59, in fact 60% of the ball. Unfortunately, we're not doing much with it. Fortunately, maybe a chance from a corner here. It's whipped near post, and it's Sammy Roscoe scoring again. He scored a header in just the last game. He's got his noggin on another, and the man who I think has like 17 jumping reach. It turns out if you put him on the near post, he's going to make magic happen. A glancing header across goal. There wasn't a player on either post, and as a result, it trickles in, and we have an early lead. I say that, they've got a set piece. We're bad at set pieces. It's headed goalwards. McDonald saves it. That was a nervy moment. I don't trust us when it comes to set pieces. We've conceded too many of them this year. Indirect free kicks and corners are my worst nightmare. As of late, we've been scoring from them ourselves, but whenever a team gets one against us, my heart fills with dread, and well, it will fill with dread here as they've managed to snatch away the ball and they're bringing it forward. Cruz, wide to Gibson Hammond. He plays it through to Hinchy. 1-on-1, on goal. McDonald makes another massive stop. The goalkeeper is already having an outrageous game. Halfway through this first half, we are a goal to the good, but it's been a very, very even game. A game in which you'd argue perhaps we've been second best in. We are having plenty of the ball, though. Our goalkeeper's having a great game. Centre-backs are doing well, too. And with 10 minutes left of the half now, I'd kind of settle for 1-0 at the break. 5 minutes left of the half. I'm getting nervous. I'm counting down every 5 minutes that happen. If we can get in at the break, I'll be happy. Is it going to happen? It is going to happen. Okay, 1-0. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased because complacency scares me. I'm going to tell the players that I think they can make a difference. We are currently playing the ball out from the back, but in this second half, I'm anticipating they are going to be more aggressive, closing us down, maybe trying to force turnovers in possession. With that in mind, we're going to stop playing the ball out from the back. I'm going to tell the keeper to go for longer kicks, not necessarily over the top, but just getting the ball further away from our goal. Maybe sacrificing a little bit of the possession-based football we play in order to try and expose the gaps in behind. We've dominated the play. We've left them chasing shadows for a lot of this half. Now as they go on the front foot, maybe with slightly tiring legs, we can make something happen. I say all of that. Our condition is definitely worse than their condition. This is the downside with having had to have played that earlier round. We had an extra game we played only a few days ago. Whereas having a Waterlooville come into this game fresher. Gallagher trying to get the ball forward. That more direct play being, well, on display immediately. Unfortunately, it's resulted in us giving away the ball. And now Cruz trying to get it into the middle. It's blocked. Carson puts in. Gallagher with not the best defensive header away. Gibson Hammond into the middle. And oh my word, Danny Anijusko, I've definitely said that incorrectly. He's turned around and he's smashed it in. Having a Waterlooville knock the ball around nicely here. Gallagher had a bit more time. Maybe on another day he heads it back to the keeper, but instead it goes wide. And from here, you think we're safe. I thought for a moment we were about to give away a penalty. As it turns out, the penalty would have been the better option. He turned his man. Roscoe left flat-footed. Smashed in. 1-1. We have got some tiring legs. Katongo's on a 6.3. He has not had a good day today. Given Forbes didn't have much of an impact last game, I'm going to bring in Carlos. Elsewhere, Iwamene is going to come into the team. I'm going to take off Merry, move Rossi out wide. Stick with the 4-2-4. Stick with the instructions we've got. Get some fresh legs into that final third with Carlos. And also, obviously, having Iwamene in the centre of midfield is hopefully just going to give us a fresh spring in our step. 20 minutes left here, 20 minutes away from some extra time, which I could really do without. It's not been a bombastic, action-packed semi-final. In reality, there's been a handful of opportunities that have been taken by either side, and as a result of that, with 9 minutes left, it's 1-1. They've now got a corner. It's going to be whipped in. Iwamene heads it away, but only as far as chin. Gibson-Hammond with the ball, plays into the middle. It's gone all the way across the goal line. Still not able to deal with this set piece. This is our kryptonite. Kite gets it away. We've got no one left in the attack. We've got everyone back right now. Oh, the danger not perhaps alleviated just yet. Sago with the ball for them. Lays it inside. Kite reads it well. Could we catch them out on the break now? Willocks with it, the left winger, bringing it forward. Inside to Iwamene, the sub. Back with Kite. Goes through the middle. NLBM, one-on-one. Scores somewhat against the run of play. Gets his 38th goal of the season. It's offside. It's happened again. Would it be a Park to Prem episode without an offside goal baiting me? To be fair, he is offside, isn't he? I can't really argue with it. Kite, free kick, whipped in. Roscoe's there again, and I thought he was about to score a second goal for us. He heads it just over. 2 minutes plus any added time, and there is 4 minutes on the clock. A goal for either team now you'd imagine would be the deciding goal. Iwamene lunging in there. Heart-in-mouth moment. Last thing I need here is a red card for a mental tackle. They've got the ball. Chin at right back. Plays it forward. Biles is in behind. Do not foul. Do not do anything wrong. Oh my word, McDonald. Great save. I was worried the centre-backs were just going to tug him down there. It's a great one-on-one chance. It's a great save. There's 2 minutes of added time. We've already scored one corner. It's whipped in. Roscoe's there. It's his third header of the game. It's the third one that's gone just off target. Extra time. Extra time. I don't know. No one likes extra time, do they? Maybe people do. I think we get an extra sub now as well. This isn't good enough. It's unacceptable. Do we get some extra changes? Tyler Forbes, on you come for NLBM. Willocks is on a booking. I don't trust him. Atkinson's going to come in as well for some fresh legs. This might be Atkinson's last ever game in our colours. I am going to tell the team just to go slightly less direct. I'm going to ask us to hit early crosses. In transition, less of the long kicks. Let's try and stretch this pitch wide. We've brought on fresh legs in the wide areas. I think that's an area of the pitch we can maybe get one over on them with. And, well, 30 more minutes plus possible penalties to be played. It's safe to say we have been second best in this game. We've had a handful of opportunities from set pieces, largely down to Roscoe. But besides that, having a Waterlooville as the home team have definitely been on top. Roscoe makes a good tackle there, but they have still got the ball. It's through. Gallagher, well, he was at fault perhaps for their goal. That's not a good clearance from him again there. Still in a dangerous area. Hinchy, back post, volleyed. Oh my lord, it's gone just over. 20 minutes left of extra time, 5 left of this half, and already it is whittling down. Not many opportunities, and we are 15 minutes away from penalties. I'm going to go for one last shout at Demand More. Can we get some positive reactions? We can. Our players, they are tiring. They already played a game just a few days ago. We are playing extra time here now. There is going to be some very, very tired legs and tired minds on this pitch. Having a Waterlooville have been on top, it feels like maybe we're holding on for penalties. But at the same time, with the players we've subbed on, we've got some pacey players in the final third who will be looking to get in behind if given the opportunity. Gibson-Hammond with the ball through. Gallagher misses his tackle. Going to keep the pressure up on Chin. Kite flies in with a tackle. Brave on a yellow card to back his ability to win the ball. He's done so. Atkinson down this left-hand side. Options in the middle. Not a good ball in. Cleared away as far as Gallagher. We've got so many men forward here. Carlos is there. Can't win his header. We are going to get another chance, though, to bring it forward. Kite dinks in. Chin plays it across. It falls to Tyler Forbes. He's been gifted it. It's his third goal of the season. And oh my word, Tyler Forbes. It's a gift. It's an absolute gift. What has gone on here? We've got so many men committed to the attack. It's the first highlight I think we've had all game where we've really had them penned back, and it is just a moment of madness by Lever Low that sees us take the lead here. Naturally now, I am now going to go more defensive. Kite just plays a centre mid on defend. Iwamene, you can go to a ball-winning midfielder on support. Gallagher, wing back on defend. Osborne, wing back on defend. Elsewhere in this team, I kind of want to stay focused on the play down the wider areas, but let's just go for shorter passes, simpler play. We can time waste a little. We've got 10 minutes to try and see out here as a very, very tired team, that has to be said. Having a Waterlooville sticking with their 4-3-3, by the way, there is going to be more to this match than what we've seen already. Maybe a chance here. Roscoe, very high up the pitch, the centre-back winning the ball there. Get back in the back four, mate. He's going on a wander. They're in behind. Hinchy's through in a dangerous area. It's hit, and McDonald, oh my word. That was not a conventional save. He's parried it over. We do still have a corner to deal with here. The away fans are in song behind the goal. Can we hold on? Tyler Forbes has given us a precarious lead, and with 5 minutes left, we are on the back foot, as we have been for much of this game. Roscoe kicks out into touch. We are weathering a storm right now. We've got our umbrella out. Oh my, 116 minutes, 117 minutes. I'm just watching the minutes in the top left. 1 minute of added time. It's going to trickle our way. Tyler Forbes returns and makes a goal happen from absolutely nothing on off the bench. Sam Roscoe gets an 8.0. He was mad at centre-back. And to be fair, I feel like despite only getting a 7.0, Sean McDonald was also really, really important. We are into the playoff final, folks. And the team we're going to be playing in the playoff final is Oxford City. I just realised I didn't do the away day at Havant and Waterlooville. Should we go do it now? I'll go do it now. I'd like to issue an apology to the Jack Does an Away Day fans. It's been a very stressful day. Let's all decompress together with the away day. If anyone left early, they're not going to get a chance to see this. And Havant and Waterlooville, I assume, is between Waterlooville and Havant somewhere. I'm looking for a green square. There's a green square here. Okay, this is the football club. We're in the right place. You all know what I'm thinking right away. I'm not even going to say it. I found the stadium. There is street view, but unfortunately, they've put up very tactically high fences. I mean, I probably could jump it. I am an athlete, but I need to try and find a better spot to be able to see the stadium and rate it. Is that a pub next to the stadium? The Wesley. Is that? Have they just got a pub next to the stadium? The stadium is connected to a pub. I think I'm in heaven. I love the fact the pub is called the Wesley and the stadium is called Wesley Park. Which existed first? We may never know. I like to believe this was once upon a time just a park in the middle of a field with a pub next to it and they decided to make a football club. I wanted to investigate the pub and instead I've just been left really hungry. That looks delicious. I mean, that is better than any Christmas meal I'm going to have this Christmas. I can also confirm the pub does parties, so you can get married in Slough or maybe you can get married in the Wesley. Stadium itself, though, does look really nice. I'll give it to you, Havant and Waterlooville. Decent stadium. I can't tell from this blurry picture if they have hula hoops or mini cheddars, but I can't spot either. Havant and Waterlooville, the first stadium we visited where they have just a pub, like a proper pub next door that I assume is open all year round. Obviously, other teams do have clubhouses, but this is an actual pub. If you're a Havant and Waterlooville fan, please let me know if the pub's any good. Maybe I'll stop by there sometime when I'm in Portsmouth. Don't know why I'd ever be in Portsmouth, but you never know. With that in mind, I'm going to give Wesley Park, the Havant and Waterlooville stadium that holds 5,300 fans, 5 out of 10. It wasn't simple, but we did get the job done. We are into the playoff final. We are going to be taking on Oxford City, who I played on the last day of the season and lost to. Good news for us is we have got 5 days of rest. And you know what? After playing 120 minutes, I think all the players have earned a rest. So, yeah, training, rest, 4 days. Lads, I'll see you for the game against Oxford next time. It has just dawned on me, the playoff final is at Wembley. Does that mean we're doing a Jack Does an Away Day to Wembley tomorrow? I guess we are. Tomorrow, we are ending season number 4 on Christmas Day. What a treat. I will see you guys for that then. Until tomorrow, until next time, take care. It is me, Jack, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. I'm out.